Hey guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks. And in this episode, we're going to apply decals. This should be really interesting because I haven't done this in decades. When I say decades, I literally mean decades. Ooh, actually, I left that open, but the lid was outside. All right. So, just as an experiment, I have microsol and solvaset, and I have microgloss. If I remember correctly, I used to take this and paint it on and then put the decals over it and then dull coat it. So that's basically what I did here. And I set it on there using the Solvaset, following their instructions on top. I'm not liking it. So I'm going to put this to the side and I'll call that, whatever I'll call it. I'll call it on Thursday. All right, so here's the decal. It's going to go in. This fits over the door. It's actually going to sit on top. Perfect. So get that in here. Get it all wet. These Walthers decals are pretty heavy duty. I mean, they're thick. They're not super thin. So I'm going to put a good amount of this this microsolve up on here. I'm going to do 2 coats and go from there. I'm going to get it really wet. Back when I was doing a lot of modeling, the one thing I do remember was I would leave the decals in the water till the curl went away. And by then, it was usually ready to come off. These take a little bit of time to come off. So, I'll speed it up a little bit. It's moving around now. Not as easy as I would have liked it to, but it's moving around. Let me see if I can get some of this water off. Like I said, I haven't done this in 20 years, so I'm a bit rusty. Let that soak in. May have to do a second coat on there. I don't really know. Seems to be soaking it down pretty good. Starting to see the lines coming through, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of whatever's left on this brush. I'm probably going to come in here with a little light sandpaper when it's dried down and kind of sand through this a little bit because it is kind of dark looking color on there, and I kind of want it to be a little bit more weathered up. Yeah, we'll let that dry and we'll come back to it. We're gonna move this out of the way and lay this flat so you can see a little better. All right, and we're gonna do this Columbia Mills sign right over there on that door. Possibly this feed all over here. Probably over here. We'll go from there. We'll let that dry up. Let it do its magic. Maybe come back and put another coat of the microsolve on top of it. Some people say do that. So we'll figure it out. All right. Be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. So, off camera, while I was sitting here, I got bored, so I applied the Liberty feed sign to the doorway, which I like. The door actually looks pretty good. I'm hoping it soaks in. And we're going to go put this Columbia feed mill up on there now. Let that soak in, and then we'll apply it. I put my visors on so I can see a little bit better. Plus, I also left my glasses upstairs, so. But yeah, it's coming out pretty good. I messed up the producer's feed sign a little bit, but it's okay because we're going to go in there later on and do a little sanding to it, so any bumps or raised upness on it, it's gonna kind of come out, which is kind of like what we are looking for. Kind of wanted a little messed up looking. Want a little messed up looking, so it so when the sandpaper when I hit with the sandpaper, it tears it up a little bit, so it'll look a little weathered. I'm gonna give that a shot before I clear coat it. I'm not gonna touch that stuff anymore on that side. Maybe that Liberty feed sign might get maybe one more little something. A little more dip of microsol on there. I'll say that these Walthers decals are really heavy. They're not super fine, so they are a little. They're not really sinking in the way I would hope they would. But all right, let me let that dry up a little more, soak in a little more, and then we'll come back and put it on. All right, guys. So I got a little piece of paper towel, and I'm going to take the decal out, get all the excess water off as much as possible. That's looking pretty good. Put a little more up there, so when I push, what's happening is I'm pushing the air out, and as soon as I'm letting off, it's kind of pulling air back in. So let's see. All right, it's looking pretty good. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take one of these Union. I'm going to do one of these Union labels, Union Supplies. I'm going to put it on that door, and that'll look pretty good. I put it there. I don't know, on the door and there. We'll let that sit in there. We'll do something with it. All right, guys. So I got that out of the water, sitting on there, and I'm thinking about putting. I think we're gonna put it on the side over here because there's a big. None of the other signs are small enough to fit there. So I think I'm gonna put it here. Maybe if I can go up a little bit more. That looks good. Put a lot of it on there. Apparently that seems to work. I don't see any bubbles in there. I'll do is come over here and try to soak up a little. I'm actually no parking sign. I think I'll put a no parking sign under there. I think that'll look good. But we'll let that soak in there for a little bit, and then we'll come back. The Columbia Mill signs look like it's pulling down pretty good. There's a bubble under it, but I don't think it's air. I think it's the solver set. So I'm just going to let that dry. I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to put it on there. I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to eat dinner. I'll watch TV with the wife. And then I'll poke my head down here just to look at it. And I'm going to go to bed. That's what I'm going to do. All right, guys. So this is, I think that's ready to come out. Yep, it's ready to come out. Went right on there. All right. Let that soak up in there. And that one was a little bit of an air pocket. It's pulling down. I'm gonna stop touching it. Stop. It says to use a needle. I'll get a pin. All right, so I got a pin here. I'm gonna poke a couple little holes in the decal. See if I can get it to pull down a little more. All right. I'll let that sit. Hopefully that pulls in a little more. Looking pretty good. That one's looking pretty good. All right. We'll just let it pull in. All right, guys. Welcome back. I am not happy with the outcome of these. These two little decals didn't stick. This was hit with dull primer, dull coat. So was this side, and everything I've watched online is saying you can do it on dull coat, but gloss coat was better. I should have gloss coated it, but these decals didn't actually stick. They actually flaked up. This one doesn't look that bad. With a little weathering, it's going to look better. This one, a big piece came out of this one. It kept chipping up. I tried to sand it to have the boards come through, but it kept breaking up. These two didn't stick down at all. At all. They literally, I touched them and they came off of my hands. I reapplied. I actually went with the solver set, bigger inch Walthers decals. I put it down with the solver set, and they really they didn't really conform to the shape at all. I don't know. So came to this side, and I hit this with gloss coat. So we're gonna throw on. Then we're gonna do another Columbia Mills on there. Maybe Columbia Mills here, and Waynesburg feed. I'm gonna do 1 and 1. So hoping this comes out better because I'm really not happy with the way these look. It's, I'm hoping weathering hides some of the flaws in it, but it didn't. It didn't stick down at all. To it. This one, after I sanded it down a little bit and these pieces came off, and I hit it with another coat of the Solvaset. It actually pulled it down a little bit more, but it's when you actually touch it, you can feel it's not good. But also, from what I've heard, is that these Walthers decals, they feel heavy or really thick. So maybe it's a little bit of that. I don't know. It's probably just the fact that I haven't done decals in 20 years. So if these stick down better on the gloss coat, then it's me. I was trying to get away with not gloss coating it. This one over here, test one I did, this one actually stuck down pretty good. And what's cool is that when I'm hitting it with the sandpaper, the parts that didn't adhere good are chipping away. And it's actually looking kind of weathered. So, but that's on top of gloss. So I'm hoping it's just me. I've heard that before. It's not me, it's you. It's not you, it's me. Hoping this comes out better. It really sucked because this actually looked really good on the layout. I think it's going to look fine from distance. Not going to hold muster up close, but give another touch on there and see if it gets under there and pulls it in. I don't know. But I'm done with this side. This is done. Hoping this side comes in. I'm going to use the Solvaset only because I had better results with it, but I don't really know. And we're going to try this on the other side. Wow, that's like really not even. I don't know about that. I'm not liking that. I think I'm going to hit this with the microsol. Because that's not even sitting on top. So. And, well, if this works, then it was me. So, I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping it comes out better. And basically, I just basically, we're going to learn how to make bad things look better. So, all right, that's that. I'm going to stop touching it. I'm going to keep touching it. I'm going to keep screwing it up. So I'm not going to touch it. We're not going to touch it no more. You hear what I'm saying? Not touch it no more. We'll pause this, and we'll come back a little bit later. Hey guys, welcome back. Well, what we did is we got these on over here, and it seems to be working better. The clear coat seems to be working better. I also really soaked it down pretty good. The ones over here still never stuck, so I took some of the micro scale micro gloss and actually painted it over the top of it, and that seemed to actually suck it back in. So I'm hoping that when I dull coat it, that ugliness goes away. This side came out pretty good. That's like 4 coats of this over the top of it. After I sanded it down a couple of times, that looks really nice and weathered. I kind of like that one. This one, I like it. I just wish this part here was a little more still there, but I think we're gonna try dry brushing a little color in there, a little white in there on there to have it like look like it just came off. Um, when this dries, I'm gonna give them a quick little sanding to get those that dull up. But these two came out really good. I sanded that down once, hit it with another coat of the microsol. I let it dry. I sanded it down again. I just hit it again with another coat of microsol. And actually, I can see it reacting to the decal. These decals are really thick. Um, they are. They're nice print quality decals. If you're looking to just throw a decal on and whatever, it looks fine. But it's just a little bit too thick. Get it to really soak into the seam. So I decided I'm going to try some of this micro gloss and just touch up some of these black lines I put in here. So when I hit this with the coating to seal it, you stand out a little bit different, like tar. Did this top over here, get that a little bit colored up. The light is in. I know what I'm going to do now. I'm actually going to put another one of those little 2mm plug in the inside. And I'm going to do that with the farm supply store too. So it's going to be hardwired into one plug, into the just plug system. And I'm going to try making my own spotlights using some SMDs. Not really happy with the ones I got. They're I don't know. They look a little bit too big. I didn't see them for N scale. I only saw them for HO. And to have on the side of a building, they just look a little bit too big to me. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Actually ordering a set of SMDs that are non-insulated wires on them. So I'll see what that does. See if that comes out a little better. I have some old shades. I'm going to try to use those. And I actually have some. I think I got some tissue shades. I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure who makes them, but I have those. So I'm going to try those too. Let this dry up, and then I'm going to do what I did with the other roof on the building. The other building is I'm going to hit that with diluted matte medium and let it soak in. I gotta admit, this is actually, I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. I was really not feeling it over here, and I'm hoping this comes out. I'll be a little murphed. That doesn't fall out. But this is looking pretty good. These are actually soaking down. I'm not gonna do anything else to these besides clear coat it. I may throw a couple more signs on here. I don't even know what these decals went. Oh, yeah, I may throw. I don't think so. I might just Might throw the Union Supplies or the Liberty thing on there, or I may just throw a Pennsylvania Railroad thing on there. I don't know. This one's almost done. I ordered. I got some burlap sacks coming, and some pallets, and a shovel and a broom. Some shovels and brooms. I'm going to put them in there so you can look inside. You'll see that on the stock. I mean, I know the wall's black inside, but I think that's going to look better in there. You're not going to be distracted by the black background compared to the products that are going to be in there. So I'm probably going to fill this corner here and probably some over here and here. I put something over there. If I get drums later on, I'll put some drums in here too. I don't know why I say if. Why do I say if? Why do I say if? When I get them, I'm going to get them. You know I'm going to get them. That's the way I am. I got a bunch of those in. That's an N-scale motor that didn't make it. Engine that didn't make it. But stay tuned for that because I'm actually using part of that. So yeah, we'll go from there. Like I said, I'm gonna let that dry, and we'll dry a little bit more, and then we'll see what happens. Hey guys, welcome back. I don't know what happened. I know what happened. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot with a video camera. That's what happened. Someone let me loose. Left me unsupervised. This is not my fault. You should have known better. Alright, so you saw in earlier videos where we touched up these lines. They look, nah. I'll never do them again. They don't look that great. They didn't come out looking like I was going to do it. I do like this around here. The touch around there does look like a little tarring around there, so I'm happy with that. What I did was I gave this a wash of Vallejo black wash, and it darkened it up. It darkened it up a little bit. It darkened it up just enough that now it looks like an old tar roof, not a tar roof. So I gave it a wash with that. I gave it a quick hit with some powders, and then I did streaks down both sides around here. There's going to be a metal exhaust fan on the roof. That's going to be rusty, so it gave some rust streaks. That looks pretty good. And I gave it a little powder down the side, and I sealed the whole thing up with the matte medium that I use. It's supposed to be dull. You can see it's a little glossy. That's about it. So, I mean, I think this looks pretty good. These doors made a huge difference. Really changed the way this model looks. The decals, you'll see in the video. I'm not very happy with these Walthers decals. This side, I don't have any. I don't know what I'm going to put on this side. I don't think I'm going to put anything on this side. But I do have. I saw a set of decals at a store, signage decals, and I didn't really get to look at them too much. I didn't have my glasses on, but I think they were pretty much farming supply stuff. I know it was a Coke sign, so maybe I'll do that. Put something on this side, but I'm pretty much done with this. This side I got a dull coat, and then it's done. I mean, it does look pretty good, both sides. The light's in there. I'm going to cut this wire, and I'm going to solder in one of those 2mm pin connectors I got, and run the wires in here. That'll be done. Once I'm done dull coating this, I'll put the windows in, and then she's done. I picked up a bunch of what's the word I'm looking for? I picked up a bunch of accessories for this thing. I got some Tichy Train Group burlap sacks, Tichy Train Group pallets, because they by far are some of the best looking pallets that are on the market. They really are, and they're simple to put together. So we're gonna the next couple of videos are gonna be me weathering those and detailing those pallets. And I got some wood boxes wood crates from Tichy too. I noticed something else. Oh, and shovels. I got titchy shovels. I don't know why I bought the shovels. That's Farm Supply shovels. All right. So, yeah. Stay tuned for those videos. Those will be coming up after this. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification button and hit that subscribe button. There's more stuff coming up. We're going to be doing another giveaway soon. Because I'm just going to keep doing giveaways. I like doing them. I like giving back to you guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, catch you later.